Every time.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the Kia Hyundai channel. My name is Gabi.
And I'm Charlotte.
And today we have a very special car today. Why is it special, Charlotte?
I think it's probably because it's our favorite vehicle in the SUV lineup.
Yeah, I would say so. But I think there's something else that makes it truly extra special, especially this one that's sitting in the video bay with us right now. Do you know what it is?
It's that this is actually an available unit!
And it's here. It's a real car. So today we're going to give you a full walkthrough, interior and exterior, go over some of your questions. It is a live video, meaning that you guys get the chance to chat with us. So if you're watching it in real time as we're filming, there will be a chat box on the right side that allows you to say hi, hello, ask questions, say goodbye, and let us know what you think of the Sorento. And if this vehicle is something you're interested in, you can buy it. You can pick it up this week, you can pick it up next week.
You can take it home, it can be yours.
Yes, you can drive off into the sunset in a brand new Kia Sorento. Now, I know it's a hot topic of what's to happen for the Sorento in 2024. We'll touch on that a little bit now. News flash, I guess, or breaking news. There's nothing official, but we do know that there will be a refresh for sure for Canada. No news on trim levels, pricing, or what comes in what colors, what the interiors are going to be like, but we do know it will be refreshed. More on that as we get there.
If you are watching this in the future, feel free to skip ahead to about the 3 or 4 minute mark. That's when we're going to be getting into the walkthrough of the actual vehicle. But for those of you who are stuck with us in real time, we're going to show you how to join a live video.
Yes.
Want to do that first?
And I have some very exciting news on top of the vehicle that we're filming today. We finally hit 100,000 subscribers. That's 100,000 now. Insane. I don't know how you guys watch these videos sometimes. Seriously. So once you're here, if it's 2 p.m. on a weekday, that's when we film, so Monday through Friday, you can scroll on the home tab or the live tab and you'll see today's video is showcased as live. From there, all you have to do is click on it. It'll load you in. We've got a little different setup today. It's working very nicely.
Woo!
There we go. So now you're live with us. I'm going to turn that sound off, because the echoing's crazy. But now you're live with us. You'll see on the right side there's a chat box, and like I mentioned, that's where you'll go to chat with us, say hello, and let us know what you think about the car. I think we should get into the vehicle now.
I think we should.
And we should stay away from the TV because it's echoing our voice. So the exterior of this vehicle is, of course, our Glacial white pearl. In our showroom, it doesn't look too spectacular, but outside in the sunlight, this paint has a beautiful pearlescent sparkle to it. It is absolutely stunning and really catches the eye. Looks great when it's clean, but I will say white paint also hides some dirtiness a little bit better too. I'm gonna turn the vehicle on so we can get a full look at our light system. On the Sorento SX, you get a full LED headlight system with incorporated intelligent high beam assist, meaning that built into your headlight system, you of course have your high beams, but Kia takes it a step further and makes it smart. So as you're driving, this vehicle will shut off its high beam system if it detects another vehicle or if it detects that you've entered a city where there's sufficient light around you that you don't need your high beams on. We'll take a look at the lights so you can see the style. Phenomenal. This vehicle definitely has a very sporty yet elegant look to it. On the SX trim, you have a lot of black, glossy black accents that you'll see throughout the grille with, our sharp LED headlight system. Incorporated in the front bumper, we have ultrasonic sensors. These are going to be used for when you're parking your vehicle or driving at very low speeds. Inside the cabin, as you approach an object, whether it be a pedestrian, a vehicle, or let's say something like a wall or a pole, it'll beep inside the cabin to let you know just how close you are. The Sorento also takes it a step further in the SX trim level by also including a camera. So right in the very center of your grille, you have your front camera. But it doesn't stop there. There's actually 3 more cameras on this vehicle. I'll show you in a second. We'll come on this way. Charlotte will quickly show the wheels while I pop the hood, and we'll take a look under the hood. So for wheels, we have 20-inch machine finish alloy wheels. They are glossy black, again, to tie around with the rest of the accents on the vehicle. When you move up to, I believe it's the EX trim in the Sorento lineup, not only do you get this 2.5-liter turbocharged engine, you also get an 8-speed dual clutch transmission. It's wet type, so it is quite smooth. However, it gives a very, very quick, responsive shifting feel. This vehicle is extremely good on gas. Actually, it's better than the non-turbocharged Sorento equivalent. So if you're looking at the regular 2.5, this will do better on the highway. Insane to think about. A lot more power, a lot more pep, a lot more fun. So horsepower specs is 281 pound horsepower with 311 pound-feet of torque. We're a little messed up today. We're very excited. I don't know if you guys can tell. So that's under the hood, and that's our specs. Another thing to point out, you can tow with the Sorento. You can actually tow 3,500 pounds when properly equipped. So very nice. Come around again to the side here, more glossy black accents. You can see we have this accent right over here. And that ties in beautifully with our glossy black mirrors. I mentioned there's more cameras on the car. There's one right over there. As soon as I equipped my turn signal or my indicator, either left or right, I'm gonna get a live camera feed in either blind spot to show me exactly what's there. Now, not only is that great for if you're changing lanes or making a turn, it's gonna show you exactly where your wheels line up when you are parallel parking. So parking this vehicle, it's a breeze. Don't worry about the size. Super easy to handle. For accents, again, we have our sleek roof rails. So these are more of a flush look than our, let's say, X-Line Sorento that has a very raised or ladder style. They are still functional, looks nice. What more could you ask for on a roof rail? Okay, I'm gonna talk about the fuel door for a second. It is a push style, so all you gotta do is give it a push. When we first got the updated Kia Sorentos, I had no idea how to put gas in them because no one told me, and I was looking for a gas thing for a long time. Don't judge. For fuel, it's just regular unleaded, so although it's a turbocharged engine, no special gas needed. Back here, we'll take a look. There is a ton of trunk space in the Sorento when your seats are folded down, I should say. So you can see we got one side up, one side down. Over here, there is a ton of space. One thing I really love about this vehicle is you can choose which side you want up or down, or to just knock them both down. It's super easy to do so if you do have a bunch of things with you and you need to knock things down in a quick instant, you can see it's very easy to do. And on top of that, if you got to get your second row down, we have buttons for that. So I'm going to have Charlotte pan in. You can see it's showcased as second row with left and right. I'll give right a push and it knocks right down. The seatbelt is stuck on it, but usually it goes all the way down. Speaking of seatbelts, the Sorento has this great little feature that I love. I don't want to say it's an Easter egg because it's pretty visible, but not a lot of people know this is what it's for. We have little clips for your seatbelt, so if you are using this strictly for cargo or storage, tuck your seatbelts in there, they won't get in the way, and you don't have to worry about your seats getting stuck in them. Nice. Now for our liftgate, we do have a power liftgate on the SX trim level. Right now it's set to the maximum opening height. If you are a little bit shorter, if you have minimal clearance in your garage, you can pull it to whatever level you'd like it to open to. Press and hold your liftgate button until it beeps. There we go. Now every time I go to open my trunk, it's going to open to this height, and I can easily override it by, again, manually moving it and repeating the same process. I'm going to close it now, actually, so I can show you guys the back. Charlotte, any questions about the Sorento so far?
No, the chat has actually been pretty quiet.
Okay, what's going on, guys? All right, now in the back area, one of my favorite things I always like to talk about in the Sorento, the spoiler hides our rear wiper. So at first glance, it may look like there's just no rear wiper at all. Wrong, it's tucked away under here, meaning snow, ice, mud, dirt, anything won't get on it, keeping your wiper in tip-top shape for as long as possible. Seriously great. Now, if you do need to service your wiper, either to change it or anything really, there is a service mode that you have to enable. Me and Charlotte have done a video on that, so check that out. At the very bottom,
Oh, we've got people asking questions now.
Okay.
All right, spare tire.
Yes.
There you go. Should we look at it?
Yeah, well, the spare tire's underneath the vehicle.
So I don't know if I'll be able to get the camera under there, but it's wet down here. There's the spare tire.
Can you see it? All right.
So it's going to be a really good angle of me in there somewhere.
Spare tire is a hot topic because when this body style Sorento was released in 2021, we didn't get a spare. Now we do. So starting in 2022, it became standard. Sorry. Also along the rear bumper, we do have more ultrasonic sensors and of course a rear or backup camera. Altogether, those cameras are going to make up a full 360 view. So when you do put your vehicle into reverse to park somewhere, or if you are traveling at low speeds, you can see everything that's happening around your car. This vehicle also comes with great safety and great tech features. I'm going to talk a little bit about some of them in the front. And then Charlotte will touch base on a lot of the comfort, luxury, and tech features inside the cabin. So while we're in the front area of the vehicle, may I direct your attention to our radar plate right over here. So this rectangular box could save your life. So essentially this radar sensor is going to monitor the distance of the vehicle, cyclist, or pedestrian ahead of you. Now if it senses very, very close distance to impact time, so if the vehicle ahead of you slams on the brakes, you're not paying attention, your car will alert you inside the cabin. If you fail to react, the vehicle will brake for you. So it can, like I mentioned, avoid a collision. It's a great safety feature to have working on in the background, something you don't have to think about, but again, could save your life and save the lives of other people. On top of that, this radar plate is also going to be used for your highway drive assist. So because this vehicle does have incorporated navigation, it's going to use that to monitor the distance of the car ahead of you and keep you up to speed in stop and go traffic, while also knowing the speed limit of the highway that you're on, if there's any curves in the road, and what changes may happen on the drive. It'll take you all the way to a complete halt if you do hit stop and go traffic, and then right back up to speed again as the vehicle in front of you moves. I love this feature. Now, if you aren't on a highway, you still have smart cruise control, which again will still take you to a complete stop and then right back up to a go. On top of that, like I mentioned, so forward collision avoidance, highway drive assist. We also have our steering assistance that's utilized by or made apart by this camera that's located right in your windshield. So that's going to monitor the lanes ahead of you, make sure your vehicle is centered in its lane, and give corrective steering as you are driving. All right, I think that covers most of the exterior. I'm going to switch over with Charlotte and we're going to take a look inside.
Awesome. We're also getting to the point where we're having some questions roll in, which is great. And so I'll just give you guys a reminder. We'll try to go through the interior pretty quick. That way we have lots of time to answer your dedicated questions at the end. So first things first, obviously, you know, we have to start with the driver's side door. You can see that we have a mix of that graphite material with soft touch leather. And then when it comes to our tech features, of course, you're going to have your controls for your mirrors. Also, you have express windows, and all of them are express windows. All of them are obstacle detecting as well. And the great thing is that you have memory seats. Ooh. So this is a feature that I love, especially if you are a multi-driver household. The nice thing is that you can actually sync both of these with a driver setting, so that gives you the total combination of 4 saved seat positions you can do. That's always something that's really cool to notice. You can also peep our premium sound system down at the bottom. I can't remember if I mentioned that, but we do have a Bose sound system in this vehicle, and that is only available on this one, which is the top trim. But now it's a nice time to take a look at our seats. So look at all of those buttons for the driver. We actually have a 10-way power adjustable seat, and it does have the knee extension as well. And something that is excellent with this vehicle is there's the knee extender in action.
It's tall driver friendly.
Tall driver approved, short driver approved, everyone approved. It also has 4-way lumbar support for the driver. So you know that you're going to be able to find a nice comfortable position in this vehicle on top of those quilted leather seats. Now, it's not just going to stop there. The passenger, you also have an 8-way power adjustable seat, and you have lumbar support, only 2-way lumbar, but that's pretty good. That's pretty comfortable, if I must say myself.
The best part is they're heated and
ventilated.
Awesome.
So perfect for all season.
Yes.
You're really going to be comfortable in this car.
Yes. And then I did show the seat a little bit earlier, but you can see we do have some quilt stitching along the bolsterings of the seat. So again, adds to that beautiful, sporty, yet luxurious aesthetic that the Sorento goes for.
All right, I'm just moving the seat back. That way when we show the back seat, it'll be easier. But from an overview, you can see that we have our 12.3-inch TFT LCD cluster with a 10.25-inch multimedia screen. Lots of fun stuff going on here. Gabi, of course, already touched on the majority of our safety features when it comes to highway drive assist, and then also smart cruise control, lane keep assist, and lane follow assist, which are going to be on this side of the vehicle. You do have some fun, super sporty paddle shifters, so that's always fun with this vehicle because it gives it a little bit more of that sporty feel with the turbo and with the wet DCT. Woo!
Oh, Dale, I just read Dale's comment and it made me laugh. Oh. You tried the cooling in the seats, gets the backside rather chilly. Yes.
That's true.
They work.
Do you want to come around to the other side?
For sure.
Sweet.
All right, we'll get another nice look at the front end. Glossy black, casing your fog lights, and of course your grille. The headlights are beautiful, wheels stunning. Get back inside. Hey.
Hello. One thing I will mention about our steering wheel is it's going to be the same setup, driving controls, media controls, everything that we have seen before, but it is fully leather wrapped and fully heated as well. Ooh. So in the winter, when you're driving, no matter how or where you drive, your hands are going to be nice and warm.
Hopefully it's in the driver's seat.
Hopefully it's in the driver's seat. Don't drive from the passenger seat.
No.
We'll start from the screen and we'll move our way down, and then we'll end taking a look at the ceiling of the vehicle. I know that sounds really fun, but here you can see our large infotainment screen. You do have navigation in this vehicle, And then also, it is equipped with Kia Connect, which is Kia's telematics system, so that enables you to start the vehicle with your phone. You can set the cabin control, turn your heated or ventilated seats on, turn your heated steering wheel on, a lot of stuff like that with your smartphone integration. We have lots of vents, so no matter where you sit in this vehicle, everyone is going to be able to get some airflow, get some heat towards them. And then here is going to be your climate controls. And you do have dual climate control, so say if I want it to be 23 degrees and Gabby wants it 21.5, we can do that. And if we want everything to be the same, we can simply add that as well. Of course, we've got air conditioning in this vehicle, front and rear defrost, and rear AC as well. That off. There we go.
Beautiful.
We even have vents down here, so you can get some little airflow to your feet, to your knees.
Yes.
Lots of important places.
I will say, just the way that the navigation cluster and even the vents are kind of built into the dash of this vehicle, it looks very nice.
Very sleek.
There's so much going on, but the Sorento does it in such a sleek way. And there's not too much piano black, so it's not a fingerprint galore, yeah. You still might have a little, but
there's one area that's going to be your big fingerprint zone.
Yeah, that's the zone.
But if that bothers you,
leave it open.
Don't worry.
Just leave it open.
Down at the bottom, you do have your wireless phone charger, and then you also have 2 USB ports. So you can use those for connectivity for your Android Auto or Apple CarPlay, and then also for fast charging. And there's actually 3 of them up here.
Yep. So these 2 are for charging.
Yep.
And then that one is going to be used for CarPlay or Android Auto.
Woohoo.
And wireless phone charger.
Yep.
Right over there.
Down at the bottom. We love to see it. Mm-hmm. You've got your controls for the seats, as we mentioned. So both the driver and passenger have those. Leather-wrapped gear shift. Ooh, you good?
Yeah. The gimbal was going crazy for a second.
Love.
Yeah.
And then as we move down, you can see we've got our cup holders, another convenience pocket, and the fun thing about this vehicle is all of the drive and terrain modes that it comes equipped with. So you can actually see it down here, but we have comfort, eco, sport, and smart. So lots of different modes. And then when it comes to our terrain modes, snow, mud, and sand. So what the different drive modes are going to do is, depending on which one they are in, is it's going to give you a little bit of a different response for the vehicle. Comfort being, very loose, easy to drive, with sport being a little bit more of an aggressive response, an aggressive throttle response. Definitely fun with the turbo and the wet DCT. Woo! I keep doing that and I need to stop. And then you're also going to have modes that are more like eco and smart, which are designed to give you a little bit more of, get you a little bit better fuel economy for your vehicle. When it comes to your terrain modes, depending on the inclement conditions outside, us in Canada, we're mostly going to see snow mode, but we do have mud and sand as well, as they're designed just with the power distribution and also your traction control to reduce the amount of wheel spin that you would get in those conditions. Mm-hmm. So that's a lot of words coming out of my mouth. But underneath of it is where we're going to see more of our comfort features. So again, your heated steering wheel, auto hold. What that'll do is when it's enabled, if you bring the vehicle to a complete stop while still in drive with the engine on, obviously, it will hold you at a complete stop until you go and accelerate. Great for the drive-through, great if you're at a stoplight. You also have downhill parking assist, electronic parking brake in the center, your parking sensors, which Gabby so wonderfully pointed out to us on the exterior of the vehicle. If you would like to turn them off though, you can do that very easy. I'll talk about this one and then we'll go to the camera. So this one is going to be your idle stop and go. So again, when you are driving the vehicle and the engine is on and you bring it to complete stop, it will temporarily shut off the engine to help with fuel economy is the idea behind it. Some people love that feature, other people don't, so it is easy to turn off as well. Now, let's talk about that camera. Because again, we also got the outside look at all of those cameras on the vehicle. Now we get to see what they look like all pierced together. So starting off, you can see that we have a top view, rear view camera, and we have our surround view monitor on the other side, which is those cameras at the front, back, and on the mirrors. Rear view camera, and then also these are the cameras that are going to be on the doors. That way you can see all of the different configurations. So very interesting. You can zoom in and out as well.
I will say one of my favorite things about this vehicle is because it has sensors on the front and the back, once you trigger the front sensors, it's going to pop up your front camera and show you just how much space you have. So if you need to go bumper to bumper with another car in your driveway to maximize space, You could do it. You can see
do
just
it.
how close you are.
Fear-free.
Fear-free, yeah.
Fear-free.
You're not like me where I have to hop out of my car, walk outside, and then check how much. Or just wait for the crunch on my brother's car.
Yeah, perfect. As long as it's not your car, right?
I also saw a really good question that I'd like to answer while we're in here. So Patch Eye said, are the drive and train modes active at the same time, or is it one or the other?
That is a great question, my friend. Do you want to talk about it?
Sure. Okay, let me flip the camera.
I thought you were saying you were gonna, so I was like, oh yeah, go for it.
So on these vehicles, and this isn't just for the Sorento, it's all Kia and Hyundai vehicles with train modes and drive modes. You can only have one or the other. So although it is constantly an all-wheel drive vehicle, if you have it in sport mode, it won't be in sport and snow. It's going to be one or the other.
I'm trying to think of what that would even look like.
Yeah, so I'll just show you guys how you can configure it. So let me switch this. You can see when it's in train mode, terrain will be illuminated. So I can't be in a train mode and in a different drive mode. It's either terrain or that's it. If I give this a push, now it's going to allow me to select a drive mode. You'll see on our screen up here, says we're in smart mode, and we're in smart mode. That's it. You have an indicator right over there. Now if I want to switch to terrain, it's going to override that smart mode and be only in mud mode, for example, or whatever mode you throw it into.
The more you know.
The more you know. It's still always, so one thing I love about this vehicle, every time we film a Sorento with the turbocharged engine, I love to talk about it because it is my favorite car to drive. And you may think, Gabby, you're young, you have no kids, why do you love an SUV? This thing's a rocket ship. This thing is a lot of fun to drive. The Sorento has a ton of space. It's very comfortable. It looks good. It's not a boring SUV by any means. Great tech features. The sound system's incredible. And the pep when you hit the gas.
It's a lot of fun to drive.
It wants to fly.
It's not your mama's SUV.
Yeah, no. Unless you're a cool mom.
Unless you're a cool mom.
Yes.
Like Gabby's mom.
Yes. So my mom does drive a Sorento. It's a PHEV, mind you,
it's a
but
little different, but
still a great vehicle.
All right, I'll show the glove box. It is decently sized, especially when you move this out. You can see how much space we have. It's very deep. It's very wide.
It's large.
Lots of storage space. A lot bigger than any of the ones that we've probably seen before. Maybe excluding Telluride Carnival. But and then, as you look upwards, you can see we have the beautiful panoramic sunroof.
This thing's huge.
So this is massive. I love it. I know in my head and on paper that sunroofs, typically reduce headspace, but it just does not seem like it ever does to me.
No.
Because I always feel like there's so much room having it, even though I know that's not correct. But
however, this vehicle sits so tall. There's so much headroom that even if you're a very, very tall person, you won't feel confined in this vehicle. Yep. Unless you're like a 7-foot person.
And then in that case, good for you.
Yeah. You're going to need a roofless vehicle.
Convertibles only.
Convertible only, exactly.
All right, why don't we head to the back seat.
All right, every day we film, we always say we're going to try to make our video a little bit shorter, and then we're always getting into the back at 22 minutes.
Oh, no. Okay. This is the back seat. It's 2 bucket seats. You have rear vents. You also have a USB 12 I'm losing my mind. 12 volt and a household outlet. You have a leather pocket. You have a cargo net. You have 2 USBs on the side as well. Cup holders, heated seats, Bose sound system, built-in sunscreen. The roof still looks sweet from back here. There's also cargo pockets on the other side. You still have the leather. I'm really going.
I can't keep up with you. Okay, seats are very easy to adjust. You have a little side step for if you have anybody going into the very 3rd row. If you need to knock the seat down to make it accessible to the 3rd row, first things first, you're going to want to unclip the seat belt.
There you go.
Press this button over here. Seat slides forwards. You now have an entryway into the back. May not look huge, but let me show you how easy it is to hop in. I'm doing this while filming. And
one-handed.
And we're in the back.
So not only is it super easy to get in directly from the door, but there also is a very convenient pathway if you are choosing to take that route to get into the back seat. And yeah, that's really what we got.
Yeah, everyone's saying, wow, 100,000. Yeah, guys, we did it.
We are very, very happy.
Like I said earlier, I'm shocked that people watch these videos sometimes because they feel so chaotic, but we appreciate it.
Oh, definitely. I'm trying to turn the lights back on.
I'm going to give this to you, Charlotte.
Oh, sorry, I was trying to turn the lights back on. This is the example of chaos.
Chaos? What? All right, we'll make our way back to the camera area and answer some questions.
Did you give MSRP?
No, let's talk about it.
Talk about that.
So this one is a 2023 and it's the SX, which is the top trim level here in Canada. MSRP is $49,395. Oh.
Without fail, I always hit the wrong button first.
I'm gonna drop it down a little bit and get the car in, and then we'll back up a bit. So $49,395. Let's see, a bunch of congratulations. So Christian M, MG. I think Dale said it earlier too.
Thanks,
Thank you guys so much. And honestly, I see you guys in all of our videos. It's I don't know, I love it. It feels like we got so many friends. It's a really good community here.
All right, let's see if there's questions. Patch, I asked, does Kia or Hyundai vehicles offer integrated dash cams that record? No, they do not. Oh, Ryan answered that. Way to go, Ryan. Thanks. Ryan's basically a part of this channel.
Ryan pretty much works here. He doesn't get paid, but he works here. I don't know why the TV is making noise. I love it. Oh, it will only stop if I pause it.
That's okay. We can just use our iPads. That's fine.
Right. On the road to 200,000 subscribers. Whoa.
We got to get there first.
we barely made it to 100,000.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. What did I tell? I told some of my friends that we finally hit 100,000. Like, okay, I'm unsubscribing now.
No, guys, please don't. Please don't.
Let's see. You've got a friend in me, Christian said. Oh. Oh, wait. When someone gets a Sorento, the name changes to So I Can't Pay My Rento. That's me if I ever get a Sorento. How much is the price? So this trim level, or the specific vehicle, is priced at $49,395 Canadian. So just under $50,000. Dale said the PHEV is the best of both worlds, and I agree. We have the sporty, stunning, stylish, sophisticated look of the Sorento. You get all that space, but you get a bunch of fuel efficiency.
Tony said, I'm no soccer mom or dad, but the Kia Carnival is calling me.
Hey, if it's calling
really
you,
funny.
Are you picking up?
Yeah.
Drive 90 said this versus the Santa Fe Limited. So I would say Santa Fe Calligraphy, I guess, would be
for us.
I'm still Team Sorento.
I really like the Santa Fe. Every time I've compared them, the Santa Fe is a little bit more for me. I enjoy it a little bit more.
And that's fine.
It's marginal. I think it's just how it comes down to how the cabin is set up.
Yeah.
When it's stuff like that, it comes down to the interior for me.
It feels a little bit more luxurious, I'd say, for sure. And this one feels more sporty. So it's going to have a lot more sportsy elements. And I know that's not a really good way to describe it, but the fit and finish of this vehicle is going to have a lot more metals and a lot more, I don't want to say industrial because that's a horrible word for a car review, but that's the best I can do for right now.
Miguel said, I own a Telluride and a tall passenger can sit comfortably.
Yeah.
There you go. So you're hearing it from you guys who have purchased these vehicles.
Ernest asked if I could type the price instead because he didn't hear me well. So I'm just going to do that real quick.
Cool Dude said, why does my iPad look ginormous? Because it is. It's large.
Oh,
it's
you have the full-size one,
It's like 12.9 inches, I think. There we go.
James Bond loves his EV6 over the Ioniq 5.
There you go.
The Kia and Hyundai debate is so hard for us because we love both, but there's some vehicles where I like...
How would you lean in that one?
I think I'm Team EV6 just because it looks more sporty.
That's where I am on that one too.
I love the Ioniq 5. It's just not my style.
Cup of tea. Yeah. And that's good. That's totally fine. That's why there's a little bit of something for everyone.
In your opinion, is it worth the extra to get this instead of the Seltos for a young couple with no kids? Thanks and congratulations on 100,000K. Thank you. I would say the Sorento is extremely well equipped. You can definitely get more in the I meant to say the Seltos is extremely well equipped, but so is the Sorento. My best advice would be, keep in mind when you're buying a bigger vehicle and you don't need it specifically for your family, you're paying more because this is a more expensive vehicle. You're paying more on gas because this is a more fuel-hungry vehicle. It's gonna be more expensive in the long run.
Yes.
All throughout.
Now, if you're trying to find something now that you were hoping to keep with the intent of having kids, then that is a different debate because you never quite know how the market is going to shift when it comes to owning these vehicles as well. Also, the Seltos in Canada does not have a rated tow capacity. So if that is something, if you live a particularly sporty or active lifestyle where you like to tow larger items, then that is also going to be a consideration to come into play.
Absolutely.
I've driven both before I've had kids, just as like me. And I really liked the Seltos. I did really like the Seltos, but this is really good for having more people. I'm like talking to myself now.
Luis just said, "Where is Pat? We haven't seen him in a while."
Oh.
And I think this is probably the best thing.
He's fine.
He is right there with the baby. And there's Tim. No one asked about him, but he's there.
Our garage door broke.
Yeah. It's a treat. Pat's trying to sell the baby. We're loading her. Oh my gosh. There we go. Charlotte told Dad not to embarrass her anymore. Oh my goodness. But yeah, guys, I guess again, proof that these videos are live.
Yeah.
We just witnessed, I don't know what's going on back there, but it's happening. Evie looks happy.
She should really have her coat on.
All right. Thanks, Gabi. It's nice to see Pat is doing awesome.
He's doing well.
At first, I just skimmed it, and I thought it's good to see Pat's doing something. I'm like, yeah, I know, right? All right. Okay, let's see. Ryan's answering some more questions. Thank you.
Ryan's our moderator at this point.
Let's see. I think that's pretty much it for questions.
Yeah.
Again, thank you again so much for watching and subscribing. Like I mentioned so many times throughout this video, it's hard to believe.
We really appreciate it.
We really, really do. The whole team does. Evie in the back over there does.
She was like, yes.
Woohoo! She did it.
That was her first sentence. Kia Hyundai channel.
Yes, and please subscribe. And you guys did it. You listened. So all I can do is thank you. Thank you so much. We will be going live again tomorrow on a Hyundai vehicle, and then we'll have a bunch more throughout this week and every week, live at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Charlotte?
That's all she wrote.
That is all she wrote. And again, this vehicle is available for sale. If you're interested in getting a Sorento, why not buy this one?
Take this one.
It's
Pretty
here.
sweet. It's here. You can take it home.
And it's been on YouTube.
There you go.
All right. Bye-bye for now.
Bye.